Hi, my name is Rock Santos, co-founder of Q Swimwear, and I am a swimmer. We've created a swim brand by swimmers, for all swimmers. Even the swimmer that swims down the middle of the lane. Yeah, you know who you are. There's a black line down the middle of the lane for a reason. 2 words, circle swim. We know you think it's your lane. We're just trying to swim in it. Q Swimwear, a brand for all swimmers. Even the swimmer that swims down the middle of the lane.
This is the Morning Swim Show for Monday, April 18th, 2011. I'm your host, Peter Busch. In the Furnace Monitor today, we'll talk to Cory Chitwood. The Arizona junior is the 2-time defending NCAA champ in the 200 backstroke. Cory Chitwood joins us right now in the Furnace Monitor from Tucson. Cory, welcome back to the show. How you doing?
Good. How you doing, Peter?
Good. You know, that was maybe the race of the meet, that 200 backstroke with Eric Ress.
It was a lot of fun.
Rowdy had a good line on the commentating. He said, you guys look like you were synchro swimmers there towards the end. I mean, it was literally stroke for stroke.
Yeah. I think Eric and I are both very similar swimmers. You know, we have like the same tempo. We both like to kick underwater, and we're both great swimmers. So it was just a fun race, but glad that I came out on top.
When you're swimming on your back, though, do you have any idea it's that close?
You know, I sort of do. Just from swimming so long, you sort of have that feel. You can see out of the corner of your eye where the splashes are, sort of where he is, trying to see where his head is. But off of each turn and sort of underwater, I could see where he was at, so I definitely knew it was a close race.
Well, there's an interesting story. I don't know how many people know about this, but my dad showed me the cap that you gave him after the race.
Yeah.
You want to tell us about it?
All right, yeah. Before I left for NCAAs, I wrote in the inside of my cap, Frank, that was for you, with the exclamation point in all caps. And then under it I wrote, heart, soul, passion, battle, which is sort of the creed that our men's swim team lives by. And Frank always says, one team, one goal, because you know we're one of the very few programs that both the men's and women's swim together. So, you know, it's a giant family here, and we have one goal as a whole team, and that's trying to do the best we can and hopefully to win. And I wrote that in the inside of my cap, you know, hoping that I could win the 200 back again or maybe another race. And, you know, I was fortunate enough to come out on top in the 200 back. And that was the first thing that I wanted to do after the race, was just to run over to him and give him a big hug and show him the cap, but I had to go to the awards, and then I had to do an interview, and then after it I finally got to show him the cap, which I've been waiting so long to show him the whole weekend, and just gave him a big hug. You know, told him that I was so thankful that he let me be a part of his team, that I wouldn't want to swim anywhere else, and that he's always been a father figure to me, and just gave him a giant hug. A few tears came out, but it was just a great moment, definitely a highlight in my life, and hopefully his too.
I know it meant a lot to him too. And they're going to frame that cap. My mom was crying when she heard the story too, so
that's good.
Pretty cool that you did that.
Yeah, Patty's always been a second mother to me, so I'm glad to make her happy.
Well, it's a good thing you won the race, or else it wouldn't have had quite the emphasis.
Yeah, you're telling me. I was thinking about that before the race, just like, oh man, I hope I didn't write this inside of my cap for nothing, but I just had that will not to lose, and I knew I could do it.
Well, you guys have a new coach.
Yeah, we do.
How'd the team react to hearing that Eric Hansen is the new Arizona head coach?
You know, we're excited. We're real excited. We're excited to see Eric come back. You know, he's a great coach. You know, we're obviously sad to see Frank leave because he's been a father figure to all of us. But we know the things that Frank has taught us throughout the years aren't going to change. That foundation that he's laid for Arizona swimming and diving isn't going to change. And Eric has a lot to bring to this program, and we know all the new things that he's going to bring to us is only going to help us get better. We're sad to see him leave, but sometimes a change is good, and we know all the changes that he's going to bring to us is just going to help us get better as a team. And hopefully get one step closer to our main goal, which is trying to compete for a national championship.
Well, you guys certainly have the pieces in place. I mean, you guys are loaded with young talent, both on the men's and women's side. And then your class, the junior class, you guys got a great team coming back next year, so who knows?
Yeah, I mean, we only lose one kid from this year's team, and I know we have some young guns that are coming up that are going to do some heavy damage next year, so it's going to be real exciting.
Well, you've got the World University Games this summer, right?
Yes, yeah, I do.
You like swimming long course?
I do. Growing up as not being one of the bigger kids, I was always getting killed off the turns, so finally having a longer pool where there aren't so many turns was always fun to me because I could race a little bit better. Now that underwater is one of my strengths, though, I sort of miss the walls, but I still really love to race long course.
What do you think of Aaron Pearsall retiring, opening up probably one spot in those backstrokes?
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting for me, but I mean, backstroke is one of the deepest strokes I feel like in the United States. There's a lot of fast backstrokers in this country, but it's exciting to have one more spot open, and you know, it opens up some doors for me. Maybe I can make a run at it. Just keep my fingers crossed. Just gonna keep working hard and see what happens.
Very cool. Well, Cory, congrats on another great year, and good luck this summer. We'll talk to you down the road.
Sounds great. Thanks, Peter.
All right, that's Cory Chitwood joining us from Tucson. That's it for today's show. I'm Peter Busch, reminding you to keep your head down at the finish.